right. We are back, Ryan, and it has been some time. I pulled it up. We haven't posted or shared to the community since August of last year. And, it's great to be back, but I imagine some folks are wondering, where have we been?
Yeah, Matt, first off, it's great to be back. I obviously enjoy doing these, and I know our viewers love them. And where have we been? Well, so we took a bit of a break. Obviously, we had the holidays, we had a lot of things going on, but one of the things is we are getting ready to totally revamp the channel series, and we're going to really turn it into something much larger.
Yeah, that's right. Wrike Things, we're calling it, right? Where we started with our favorite features, right? Where we gave a little bit of a tidbit into some of our favorite features. Now let's turn it into something bigger, something more. Wrike Things, right? So, what are some of the things that everyone could look forward to with this relaunch?
Yeah. So first and foremost, we're still going to do what we called those snack size demos, fun features, things like that. But expect to see a lot more from this channel, right? So some of the things that we're going to do a lot more interviews. Everybody loved the interviews that we did last year, both with customers, but we're also going to do some interviews with internal teams. The other thing we're going to do is we're actually going to drop some LinkedIn live sessions. So a lot of people gave us some feedback and said, they loved when we did one of these things live. And so we're going to continue to do more of those. Look at a few sessions that are more than just our favorite features, something like behind the scene interviews, maybe with the Reich team about products and roadmaps and potential things that are going to be coming. And like I said, don't worry, right? We're still going to be sprinkling in some feature rich content along the way. But finally, we're turning up the production, right? So no guarantees yet on the frequency, but get ready for a lot more sessions than we have ever done previously.
Yeah, turning it up. I think some of those LinkedIn live sessions, right? The pressure will be on there to deliver. But I think, the other great thing and something worth calling out is now we're going to be featured on the main YouTube page, right, going forward. So if you aren't following and subscribing Rike's YouTube page, go ahead and click subscribe because that's going to be where you're going to find us. And now that we got a little bit of this housekeeping out of the way, Ryan, and we got a little time left, let's jump in and focus on some of our product today.
Yeah, yeah. So for those who are new, we always kind of start real simply, asking each other what's new. So I'll kick it off there. Matt, what have you been up to? Is there anything exciting in Reich that you've been working on?
Yeah, I think internally I've probably developed a little bit of a nickname with manufacturing Matt, but they've really been focused on teams and companies that develop physical products and use our platform to do that. So whether that's prototypical manufacturing customers, pharmaceutical, CPG, right? Really just looking for ways to help them solve their pain and using a little bit of Reich's versatility. So I've been working closely with our product organization, right? Just to look toward the horizon and really understand what our customers and teams ultimately needing, or what does the market need to just be more productive in this world of collaborative work management. So that's one of the things I want to show today. We've got an alpha test out there, and it is, boy, I've lost track of all of the customers that have signed up for it, but it's pretty exciting. Where we want to look at in this test, kind of connecting the dots, right? In the past, we've always just kind of looked at here's people that we're assigning to projects, but now we're seeing a world where there's other things like maybe machines or facilities or equipment or maybe all the way down to the part, right? Like all of these different things that help you deliver your project or product. How do we take those and look at those within the vein of our projects too? So I want to show a little bit of that today. So let me jump over and share my screen. All right. So here I am in my Wrike space, right? I'm in a normal Wrike account, right? But there's a little bit of difference here. I've got this alpha test turned on here. So if I come in and I go to settings, right? And I come into the users tab, we're going to see something new here. Look at this. Equipment, right? So the ability to add equipment. So let me drive into our equipment. You can see we already have a variety of different equipment here. There's 3D printers, CNC machines, lighting kits, photography. Ryan, what are some of the things that you've heard customers out in the field wanting to add into their environment?
Yeah, I mean, so you brought up manufacturing, right? And you work a ton in that space. And I mean, you go down that path, you think about machinery and you think about all of the different things that you need to schedule and maximize uptime or just in time, right? Just in time production. But I'm very heavy in the marketing space. I do a ton of work with our marketing customers, and this is exactly what I'm seeing is you have studios that need to be booked out. You have actual physical equipment, cameras, hardware, lighting. I mean, the possibilities, Matt, these are endless. The amount of things that you can now book assets against your resource management time is it's incredible. And it leaves a lot of room for the imagination on how to use this product.
Yeah, that's why I love it is the more I've kind of immersed myself in it, like the more ideas that come to light and just really bring a smile to my face with what we're going to be able to do this year. So let me jump in though. Let's build a piece of equipment. So I'm going to come up here and I'm going to add a new piece of equipment. Let's say, we just went global with our company and we need a second CNC machine, right? And we're going to put this in a different location, right? So I've gone ahead and I've added the equipment. Now, the big thing here with this equipment is I do not have to put in an email address, right? Like I just build the equipment, it's available here in the system. Now, what I mentioned though is, hey, we want to diversify our operations globally. So we could come in and use the same skills features that we saw earlier, and we could add different characteristics to some of our different equipment too. So here you could see that this CNC machine is already in Denver. Maybe this one's in London, right? So I'm going to come in and I'm going to assign this piece of equipment here to London, right? And you could add other features too, right? Maybe there's a specific office location, or talking with some customers, I've even heard grid location, right? Where a piece of equipment might be, right? Really, the sky's the limit. You have the ability to just assign some of these attributes. Now, once I've assigned the equipment and the attribute, let's look at what it looks like assigning work to it. So here I am in my project view, right? So I've got a project kicking off here and ultimately looking to do, just sample a part rollout, right? And as part of that, I've got this task here to machine a prototype part, right? So now what about a situation where I want something other than a person assigned to this task, right? So I could come in here and we could see a CNC machine. Simply click that, assign it to the work, right? And now we've started to look at what non-human resources are helping us execute the work. Now I'll also jump into the backlog, or sorry, the workload chart here. And certainly there's a lot in the workload chart, more than I could teach in this short period of time. But I think the big thing that I want to call out is check this out. We've got equipment here, Ryan, right? So I've got the ability to see all of the different equipment in the environment, and I could come down and here, sure enough, I've got within the task another production manufacturing phase and say I need to assign that up to equipment now, right? So I could come into the backlog box, assign that, and sure enough, do a quick refresh and we'll see we've got that equipment has now been assigned the work and we're ready to run. So,
Matt, I'm gonna jump in. I mean, I want everyone to just stop and think about this and how impactful this is going to be in your day-to-day lives, right? We use resource management on humans for years now within Wrike, but being able to do this with assets, I mean, the value there is incredible. This is going to increase productivity. It's going to increase uptime. It is going to stop people from fumbling on what camera to use and when, right? They're going to know exactly I've got this camera or this machine or this asset, and it is available for you on the days you need it in the right location with the right specs to meet your criteria. All of those things can factor in now to non-human resources. So it's impressive, Matt.
and I think that's the cool thing that we're just seeing with collaborative work management, right? Is it's no longer just like how do I handle my projects, right? We're just seeing equipment, rooms, people, tools, all of these different things are combining, right? Because those are the things that we use today to get our work done, right? And on time. So there's a sneak peek. It's an alpha test out there. I think there's surely going to be more to come, but I was excited to show that to everyone today. So why don't we pivot? What are you up to these days, Ryan?
Yeah, I'm up to a lot, Matt. So, some of you have probably heard about Reich's recent acquisition of a company called Klaxoon. right? And this is a visual collaboration platform. And you know us very well as a collaborative work management platform. And I have got to just say, I'm incredibly excited about the value that we're about to bring to Wrike, or that we are bringing to Wrike, right? So you think about whiteboarding and you think about visual collaboration. And what I really think about, I like to think of it all as kind of ad hoc, unstructured work.
Mm.
And when we think about it, like I think back to the last time I was with my team and we were in person and we had a big giant wall that was a whiteboard. And, we went up there with the dry erase markers and we had this amazing collaborative session, right? And a ton of things got accomplished in such a short period of time by bringing us all together and giving us all an avenue to put our ideas up there in such a short period of time. And that's something to me that Zoom meetings actually lack, right? Is they lack the
Yeah.
ability to get together, throw ideas at a board, organize them later on. But what we're doing is not only are we having a whiteboard solution, we have a solution now that's way beyond the whiteboard, right? And I'm not going to get into all the depths of all the things that Klaxoon can do today, but it drives engagement. I held a meeting this morning and had 100% participation, right? I looked at the
Yeah.
metrics afterwards. I
Yeah.
think,
How often do we get that, right? 100% participation. Normally
right.
someone's doing something, right? But that's awesome.
I was in a Zoom meeting yesterday and I said, "Hey, react with a thumbs up if something, right?" And I promise you, 100 people did not engage. But my
Yeah.
meeting in Klaxoon this morning, I could actually run a report and I got back 100% participation. So there's going to be a lot to come. We're probably going to highlight it a lot on this channel. We've got seminars lined up. We've got all kinds of great stuff. But what's really key for me and for all of you that are watching and why this is important to Reich is we have now an ability to have unstructured ad hoc meetings, take those and build structure and executable actions within Wrike directly from that whiteboard session. And so with that, Wrike has just become this full scale end-to-end solution, all the way from things like ideation and unstructured meetings to the point of execution and then back full circle, right? Like think about the end of your projects when you
Yeah.
have to have retrospectives and you have to take time to like learn about things that went well, things that didn't. Uh, this is going to come full circle for us, and this is huge. I'm excited and can't wait to show all of you.
Yeah, I posted on LinkedIn, as I've seen more of Klaxoon and some of what you and the team is working on, it's just my mind was blown. And the cool thing is I don't even think I'm scratching the surface yet. So I can't wait to see some of the things that we're able to bring to the channel here and share with everyone. It's going to be a really exciting year. A lot of neat things coming, and it's great to be here at the forefront and share it with everyone.
100%. Thank you, everyone, for coming back and joining us with officially Matt and Ryan's first episode of Wrike Things. Look forward to seeing you guys a lot more and producing a ton more of these. Drop us a thumbs up, and we'll see you on the next one.
Yeah, thanks everyone.